national flag by Lion Lady Hiranti.
President, yes. Then Hiranti is having a issue. Is yeah. Pledge of Allegiance by Lion Hiranti. Okay. I salute the national flag of Sri Lanka.
I salute the national flag of Sri Lanka.
It signifies the independence of my country.
It signifies the independence of my country.
And stands for all its people.
And stands for all its people.
United as one nation.
United as one nation.
I pledge allegiance to Sri Lanka.
I pledge allegiance to Sri Lanka.
And undertake to work.
And undertake
for its peace and prosperity.
for its peace and prosperity.
In a spirit of tolerance and love.
In the spirit of tolerance and love.
Thank you. Introduction of the head table by Lion Hiroshi.
Thank you, President. President Lion Ranjit Ranasinghe and his spouse Lion Brenda. Chief guest tonight, First Vice District Governor Lion Shana Jailat, MJF. Second Vice District Governor Lion Keith Gunawardena and his lady Lion Vasanti. DG Special Coordinator Lion Dr. Priyanka Pulewatta and our club treasurer Lion Indira Godakanda and Lion Janaki. Thank you.
Thank you, Lion Hiroshi.
Of it.
Now it's welcome address by
Okay, President, actually we are facing some difficulties because some of our members have not joined due to technical issues. So let me welcome our chief guest, both chief guests, first Vice District Governor Lion Shiana, second Vice District Governor and Lady Lion Kirti Gunawardena and Lady Vasanti. We welcome both all three of you to our meeting, and also we are very glad to have Dr. Pukulewatta, Priyanka Pukulewatta joining with us on our invitation, and I welcome all of you for this meeting. Thank you, President.
thank you, Lion Chandima. Now it's Secretary's report.
Thank you, President. We have our Saubhagya Singha Seva Gaurav Pranama, Prosperity Through Commitment, on 21st November 2021 at GG Beach Hotel. It's starting at 2:15 p.m. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Lion Hiroshi. Now it is Secretary's report. We will
Treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report since Indica is on the way.
Yeah.
So we will have it subsequently.
Yes.
So it's the address by the president. Okay.
Do like that. You can do like that now.
Okay, fine. Good evening, everybody. First Vice District Governor Lion Shiana Jailat, second Vice District Governor Lion Kirti Gunawardena, and Lion Lady Mrs. Gunawardena, members of Moratu Eliya Diamond Stars. As you know, the present board was elected of Moratu Eliya diamond stars and installed on 27th July 2021. And since then, I would like to draw your attention to the projects undertaken by Moratu Eliya diamond stars. So these projects were done to fulfill the needs of the society and environment, and also to fulfill the obligations of the Lions Club and Lions Club International. So I will give it in brief. So we have done a donation of 50,000 in July to Boys Town Ragama, and it was led by Lion Sudanta, and rest of the other members also participated and supported for the project. And then donation of wheelchair and paints to Luna Hospital. This was under the leadership of Lion Chandima. It was done. All the other members also participated. And also we have directed 2 patients to eye hospital for cataract operations. That was done. The direction was done by Lion Krishan. And then donation of 40,000 worth dry rations to Velvada Sri Janananda Development Center was given. This contribution came from a friend of Lion Hiroshi. She is from Australia. Actually, she is one Mrs. Redmi Kulatunga. And also she contributed 10,000 rupees to Jayamaga Pilisarana, a center looking after COVID infected bhikshus. So both donations came from this lady who is in Australia. Now she has applied for a membership of Moratu Eliya Diamond Stars. And then we donation of hospital goods to Luna Hospital worth 300,000. This was a joint project done with World Vision Lanka and Moratu Eliya Diamond Stars. So actually at that time we didn't have, some of the fans were not available. So we will be giving the balance items. There are 6 fans and 2 cupboards on this Saturday to Luna Hospital. So with that, it will be accomplished. The project will complete the project. So for that, we have given not only 6 fans, we have given one multipara monitor, 14 bed sheets, and air mattresses, 5 air mattresses also together with this was given. Actually, this was attended, the donation was during the to Luna Hospital was given about 2 weeks back. On the day we planted trees, and District Governor Lion Umashankar also participated. Then first District Governor Lion Shana Jalak also participated. Thank you for both of them and for your kind participation. So then we donated steel bed, wheelchair, and a walker to a Bhikshu Aramya at Bandaraveda. This was supported by Buddhika Bindueva, and then the tree planting done at Luna Hospital also at the same premises on the day we gifted goods to Luna Hospital, and also at Naita Patubed we have done tree planting. And also dry rations worth rupees 10,000 given to 2 needy families. This was sponsored by Lion Sudanta and Lion Lady Hiranti. Thank you for both of them. Then we have done a fundraising project. It's ongoing right now. It's not completed, so we are in the process of collecting funds, and we have done a beautiful badge Lion logo, and it's a car badge, and the idea came from Lion Indica and designed by Lion Amila Vidage, and the rest of the work was done by Lion Chandima Binduyeva. Thank you for all three of them. And So these were the projects that we have undertaken in the past. So these projects we have accomplished, and let's talk about the plans we have. So we have a plan to conduct an awareness program to induct students for night art. And actually, during the time when we did the tree planting, only we met the principal, and now we are going to, the advertising campaign has not been successful during the past couple of years, so they are short of students. So we are trying to help them to find students, especially for this. They have these woodworking courses, electrical courses, air conditioning. So they have about 10 programs, courses, and we are in the process, of getting people to recruit for the courses. So then we have this planting of 100 me plants. We have already purchased 100 plants, and this will be done through a organization who are dedicated for this planting of trees, and this will be jointly done by Lions Club Moratu Eliya Diamond Star. This will be done probably next week. In fact, we have a very good project in hand. We are planning right now. It's wildlife conservation, and this will be led by Lion Buddhika. The idea came from Lion Buddhika. So we are going to get wildlife conservation the department also. Actually, we were hoping to get an officer today, but due to some reason we could not attend. But in the near future, we will be having a awareness program, and we will be selecting what type of what best program we should adopt in wildlife conservation. So we will let you know in the future. We are hoping to do a pediatric cancer awareness project, and Land Chandima will be organizing this before end of December. We are hoping to complete. Also, a child care program to conduct with collaboration with World Vision is also on plan, and Dr. Manram will be leading this. At probably the area selected is Nelua. So it's been discussed. So these are the plans we have for the future, and also not forgetting the induction of new members before end of this month, before end of this year. We have to have 20 members. So we are in the process of getting prospects. So we are hoping to make our membership drive and have the members up to 20. So finally, I think our members are fully supportive during the past, and also I expect their cooperation in the future also. So thank you all the members for your kind support, and it's good that I am working with you, and I am happy to work with Moratu Eliya Diamond Stars and also with Lions Club International. Thank you. So it's introduction of the second vice governor, Lion Kirti Gunawardana, by Buddhika, Lion Buddhika Bindueva. I just call upon Lion Buddhika to.
I'm sorry. I think Lion Ranjit, it's going to be Manaram for the second vice.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So Dr. Manram, I cordially invite
you, President. Thank you, President, for the opportunity to introduce a dynamic character in Lionism, Lion Kirti Gunawardena, second Vice District Governor of District 306A1. He is a graduate from University of Sri Jayawardenepura. He completed his bachelor's degree from University of Sri Jayawardenepura, higher diploma in hypermedia engineering from University of Colombo, and higher diploma in multimedia technology, from the same university, University of Colombo. And he completed his postgraduate diploma in business and financial administration in Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka. He serves as a chairman, managing director of the Graphic Systems Private Limited. When we looking into his Lionistic careers, he joined the Lions Club of Galkissa on the 1st of October 1990. As a club president, he steered the club to the greater heights through the effective leadership. He is backed by the years of experiences servicing as a zone chairman, district chairperson, district coordinator, district cabinet treasurer, and twice as a district cabinet secretary. He is continuously served as the district chairperson IT and the administrator district website for 19 consecutive years. Currently, he serves as the DG's chief coordinator for information technology and district LCIF coordinator, promoting the cause of LCIF of impacting lives and changing communities. In 2013-14 was a landmark year in his Lionistic career. He was appointed as a district cabinet secretary by district governor Lion Shriyantha Rajakaruna MGF. Thereafter, in 2015 and 16, he was appointed as the district cabinet secretary by district governor Lion Muthumini De Silva. In 2016 and 17, he continued to serve as the district cabinet secretary under district governor Lion Dhammika Gunawardena MJF. He has served in many district convention steering committees. He is the proud recipient of 10 certificates of appreciation from the international president of Lions Club of International. He was the proud recipient of Pradeepa Pranama 2017 presented by the Sri Jayawardenepura University. Lifetime Achievement Award 2018 was presented by the Sri Lanka Association of Printers for him. When we look into his family, his partner Lion Vasanthi, she is an active partner in service supporting all his Lionistic endeavors. They are blessed with the 3 daughters. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Manaram, for the nice introduction. My good friend, even before become Lion Ranjit, Secretary Hiroshi, and my good friend Lion Chaminda, Sudanta, Amila, we had the good fortune of working together in many years together on different forums, different projects. Thank you for inviting me and my spouse for your today's meeting. It's a pleasure that your club has done wonderful projects. That's very nice. And some of the projects that you're intending to do, like the NITA project, these are need of the country. Today what happens is, if you don't do this, all will end up as the 3-wheeler drivers. So when we have so many 3-wheeler drivers, are we going to have so much more? So we need people with technical abilities, where now today, I think, we originally also, when this 3-wheeler thing was promoted, we objected from the chamber movement many times. saying, that, these are the young generation going to work in the factories. You're going to deprive that opportunity by taking them a very easy way, which is not a productive thing for a country. Like if they go and work in a factory, what happens is that factory can produce something, and that can go to have the national GDP higher. And in the meantime, some of them will join the factories where they are going to do exports. So which will again, bring a lot of foreign currency to Sri Lanka. So these opportunities being lost, as a club, if you do something like that, is wonderful. And, really, I am appreciating. And your other thing, what you mentioned, Ranjit, is wildlife, nature, environment related projects are very important today for the entire world. So I thought, that I will just touch on something relevant to that area. Since I have my first VDG also, let me briefly do a small PowerPoint presentation and try to explain a few things on a project, which already your club has supported me. Just a minute. Wait, I'll share the screen. Can you see my screen? No. Can you see the screen now?
Can see now.
Okay. So these project that I'm also involved in. I thought I will just give a little knowledge to you about this project, which can be useful as a citizen of the country or a lion or whatever way you treat this. This can be a beneficial thing for the country. So this project, which is to identify the plastic hotspot, and this is a pilot project which we are going to do in Kalani and Mahaoya. These are UN environment related project, and supported by the Sri Lanka government and IUCN and Ministry of Environment. All those are stakeholders of this project. I will just show you an video, so which you will get an idea. So when you say countermeasures, since you don't have idea, you can get a small idea.
For
with
years,
this video.
we have struggled with plastic waste flowing into our oceans from rivers. 10 rivers in the world are responsible for up to 95% of it. 8 of them are in Asia, including the Mekong and the Ganges. These rivers transport millions of tons of plastic pollution each year into the oceans. The UN Environment Programme's Countermeasure Project is using the latest technology to fight the plastic problem. Satellite data is fed into a big, clever computer, which analyzes demographic and geographical information to find leakage hotspots. On-site surveys allow us to categorize the pollution, and travel websites are used to find tourist concentrations. There's also an app for people to scout for dump sites in their own community and share findings with the project. Drones scout the landscape, taking high-resolution photos, picking up the location of plastics to be analyzed with machine learning algorithms. The Albatross is an underwater machine analyzing the flow of microplastics in the waterways. Data from nearly 1,000 locations are providing a never-before-seen view of plastic pollution in the Mekong and the Ganges. The countermeasure research tracks backwards to find where the plastic originates, allowing us to fix the problem before it begins. It's not just big cities causing the problem. It begins in smaller, unexpected places. In Vientiane, raincoats and fishing nets were a worry. In Ubon Ratchathani, Thailand, heavy storms flush out waste plastics into the Mekong when not well managed. In Chiang Rai, the flower festival saw carelessly discarded pots pollute the riverbanks. And in Vietnam, where the Mekong meets the sea, the polypropylene pollutants filled the waterways. Tourist hotspots like the Taj Mahal in Agra need better waste management, and communities like slums are more vulnerable. Ports and piers for tourism, transport, and cargo are also a concern. Together, with the knowledge mapped out, we can support governments, guide communities, and take action to beat plastic pollution.
This gives you an idea, what this project is all about. This is to identify plastic waste, and it has a lot of scientific research been done with the Mekong River and Ganges. If you take Sri Lanka situation with regard to the plastic wastage and the way that we use plastic, and since we don't have a proper plan to recycle them or use them for some other purpose, so there's a huge crisis we are creating. And if you see from the news, international news or the local news, you will see the situation in Sri Lanka is so bad. And we are a country blessed with 103 rivers. Most of the people, when they misuse plastic and put it to the rivers, the ultimate thing what will happen is it will end up in sea. So this is already happening. So in part of that, a part of the plastic, sometimes the fishermen, when they go to do fishing, they sometimes cut their nets and throw away in the water. These kind of things happen very often with the fishermen. Sometimes they themselves do not take care of this situation, because they go to the sea and they catch fish and they sell and do a livelihood, and finally they damage the sea. So this is something pathetic. And of course, the plastics has a rare quality which can flow very, very long distances in either sea or river or whatever place where when you put it on water. And finally, it can create very harmful chemicals when the temperature changes. So these very much bad for the human life. Now, recently, on the global, the climate change conference, a few things reveal, which is very interesting. Fish provide 20% of animal protein to about 3 billion people around the world. So this means if this chemical can go to fish, naturally, we will get it back. So therefore, we have to be very careful and what we do. And the right now the situation is, since this waste goes to rivers and finally it's end up in the sea. So around Sri Lanka, the sea has become so bad. Another thing which is revealed from this one is Canada, Brazil, Russia, Indonesia cover 85% of the world forest. So this means, these are the places where they produce the bed living for people. So few countries produce 85%, whereas the other countries, the support is less. Like even countries like Sri Lanka has to support this course. And another interesting thing, this is available on the public domain. You can see even this Aminta Suhana, the Maldives Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Technology, his speech, which she did in this conference, the difference between 1.5 degrees and 2 degrees for us, really death sentence. This means the global warming if we increase more than 1.5 to 2 degrees, so the whole of Maldives will go under water. So this is a serious threat. So these are some of from this project, what we are trying to do is to collect plastic before going to the sea and protect them and see if we can find ways and means of, to find new recyclers, find new ways of, I think, some disturbance is creating, if you can mute them, would. So these one plan, and this project is doing really, like, I mean, the Sri Lanka government is very keen in this project to get the support from this project, because since this is done with the Mekong River, which is one of the highly polluted rivers in the world, and Ganges, which is again another polluted river. So this technology being used by different people, different organizations have supported that project. So therefore, the same people will replicate this project in Sri Lanka with the Kalani River and Mahaoya. So this is the area that we are going to do as a pilot project. So as I told you, this has very high technology coming from organizations, really the Japanese government organization called Pirika. So they have the equipment and the testing methods to find out how much plastic is in the water. So these microplastic checking is something very important to understand how much our water waste is destroyed, or rather whether we have good water in the rivers, or if the water is not good, we can see what percentage it is bad, and we can take some corrective steps with this. So this also the high technology they have used in the previous two projects. Now, this is something that, we started here in Sri Lanka. This is the Kalani River. So when you're starting, I will not go into detail. The early stages, it's yellow and green, which is not so polluted. So when it comes close to passing all these industrial areas and coming towards the end of the river, so it becomes red and becoming very polluted. So this is the general perception, or the general way of the plastic being used. Plastic is used in all over, wherever you go, there is plastic. Nothing wrong in using plastic, but only thing is when we go to places like illegal dump sites, the packaging material being used wrongly. So these are the bigger issues in the country. These projects supported by many organizations. So what I would like to request all Lions is, now today, if we take the project like the LCIF, LCIF is supported for environment. So which we have not done any project. We are very good at repeating the same project. If one grant is given for some thing, so we try to copy that and replicate that. But rather than doing that, there is a lot of opportunity for us to look at new projects, look at new ways of doing projects, which will be beneficial for every citizen in this country. Not only every citizen in this country, even in the globe at large. So therefore, I request, what I thought, since the region chairman, zone chairman, even the first VDG will talk many things about the Lions district, what has to be done. So I thought I will do a little bit different from there. I think, you're a club, who can think this differently and do some good projects. I think, that's the message that I want to give it to you. And thank you again for inviting me.
Thank you, second Vice District Governor, Lan Kirti Kumadana, for your speech on environment protection. And its information is very important for all of us. Thank you. And then I invite Lion Lion Buddhika Vidhuheva to introduce the first Vice District Governor, Lion Shana. It's
Yeah.
to you, Buddhika.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, distinguished guests and lions and lion ladies. So it is a great pleasure to introduce Lion Shana. Just give me a moment, there's a technical error here. Okay. So Lion Shana's journey in the Lions movement began as a member of Leo Club of Colombo, host. During her 13-year career as a Leo, she served in key positions in Leo District 306A and the Leo Multiple District 306. She was the district president of Leo District 306A in year 2002-2003 and has served as secretary of the Leo's Multiple twice. She has been awarded as most popular council officer of District 306A, best council officer in the Multiple, and was adjudged as Leo of the Year of District 306A in 2001 and 2001-2002. Lion Shana joined the Lions movement in 2005 as a member of the Lions Club of Colombo Millennium, and thereafter transferred to Lions Club of Colombo, host. Her parents, Lion Sisira and Lion Lady Hiranya, were active members of both the club and the district, where Lion Sisira has served as cabinet secretary and Lion Lady Hiranya has been recognized as the Lion Lady of the Year. Lion Shana has served the Lions Club of Colombo host in various capacities and thereafter led the Lions Club of Colombo host as president in 2017 and 2018 and also the years 2018 and 2019. She initiated efforts to boost membership and organize projects that had not been conducted thus far by Lions, especially to create awareness on harassment and violence against women. The social awareness program on cyber exploitation and violence titled Stop Shaming was possibly the first time a Lions Club addressed a social issue of this nature. She produced and edited the club's award-winning newsletter, Den Chatter, under the pet name Little Miss Chatterbox. During her presidency, the Lions Club of Colombo host was adjudged the most outstanding Lions Club of District 306A1 for the first time in its 60 years history. In her 2 years of presidency, the Lions Club of Colombo host won many club and project awards for service excellence, membership growth, and PR. LCI recognized the Lions Club of Colombo host with the Club Excellence Award in both years. Lion Shana has served in the district cabinet as district chairman Leos, zone chairperson, district coordinator awareness of cyber exploitation, district chairperson New Voices and cabinet secretary. She was elected as first vice district governor at the 16th district convention of Lions District 306A1. In recognition of her work over the years, first vice district governor Lion Shana has been awarded the following awards. First runner-up, most outstanding club president in the year 2017 and 2018. Zone chairperson excellence award in year 2018 and 2019. Lion of the year, district 306 A1, 2018 and 2019. Lady Lion of the year, Lions multiple district 306A, Sri Lanka in the year 2019-2020. International President's Appreciation Certificate. International President's Leadership Medal 2019-2020. International President's Medal for being selected as the New Voice Global winner, Marketing 2018-2019 in the particular years. Lion Shana had a primary and secondary education at Ladies College, Colombo 7. A marketer by profession, she is currently the head of marketing of an Australian-based business consultancy company. First Vice District Governor Lion Shana, it's a great pleasure to introduce, to do the honors. And as per your profile, it seems that you have been a very dedicated Lion Shana. And thank you so much for gracing this occasion with us today. Thank you so much.
First, I cordially invite First Vice District Governor Lion Shana Jayalat to address the meeting.
Thank you, President Lion Ranjit. Thank you, Lion Buddhika, for introducing me to your club today. I'm among friends, but formalities say that an introduction should be made. President and friends of the Lions Club of Moratu Eliya Diamond Stars, as Second Vice District Governor Lion Keith very rightly said, it is my duty to speak a few things about Lionism and, you know, all those types of things. I will just try to put a bit of a twist to it, because otherwise not only you get bored, but I get bored myself because I end up saying the same thing everywhere I go. So we all know for Lionism, especially our district, Lionism as a whole, but especially our district, that membership is very important. I say membership because it's not only membership development, but membership itself. That is the members that we have right now. A little known fact is that Lions International has piloted a project called the Global Membership Approach. Actually, it's not very different from what we have been doing so far, but they have put a nice model to it and put a nice name to it. And they have allocated, they have highlighted 3 areas that we can work on. And this year, they started piloting it last year, but they're implementing it this year. The global membership approach, where the objectives are, I have to now wear glasses because at least Andrea is totally gone bonkers. So rejuvenate the district with new clubs, okay? Revitalize clubs with new members. Remotivating existing members with fellowship and exciting service. Now today, I'm going to speak a bit more in terms of remotivating our members. And it'll also relate back to people we invite into our clubs. See, primarily for us to remotivate members, we first need to figure out what motivates them. Because if we look at our clubs, not so much your club, but if you take my club, we have generations from the baby boomers downwards. We have the baby boomers, we have the generation X, which I fall into. We have generation Y, which are also the millennials. We don't have any Gen Zs as yet, but those are the people who are going to come into our membership force. So if you look at our membership funnel, generation X characteristics kind of thing. So these are people like, say, my age group, Bindu, Hiroshi, all of us, born between 1965 to 1980. Generally, of course, as usual, I got this off Google from an Australian website. So if you look at these characteristics of Gen X, we are self-sufficient, result-oriented, hardworking, and tend to be quiet achievers, entrepreneurial, educated, independent thinkers, value diversity, challenges responsibility, enjoy creative input, and they have embraced technology and social media. So we are basically looking at ourselves. So then we figure out what really motivates us. Then you look at the Gen Y. Those who are born between 1981 to 1996. So generally the Gen Ys, and these are the millennials that everybody's talking about. And a lot of people still think that millennials are early 20s. They're not. They're basically born from 1981 to 1996. So they're described as self-confident and ambitious. Some people may even think that they're tad arrogant. For millennials, for more than success, their family and friends matter a lot because work-life balance matters to them. So that's why I say, you no longer find them working in the same company for like 10, 15 years and become pillar of that company. Or you might find them, feeling that, I haven't contributed or made an impact. They can also be a bit starry-eyed. Okay. And of course, Gen Z, bring them in here because they're much younger and born between 1996 to the early 2000s. And they are the first generations to wholly consume the digital era. So they are definitely tech savvy, mobile first, and have high standards for how they spend their time online. So, and if you look at that generation, they're also very heavily into issues such as cultural inclusivity, sustainability, and healthy work-life balance as well, right? And it also says, research shows that 70% of these people or Gen Z employees in the study want to work for a company whose values align with their own. Now, if we align this to the types of members that we are going to bring into our clubs, this is where the friction happens with the baby boomers, to the generation Y, to the generation X, to the Gen Z, because, different levels of thinking. But this is the funnel that is going to be filling our district. So if I can't understand what the millennials want, and if I don't market my Lions product to the way they want, and let them conduct projects which interest them, they're not going to stick around. And they are not young people either. They are in their 30s, up to about 38, 39, you're considered a millennial. So what does it mean to us as club members, as club leadership, as district leadership? It goes to show that to reach out to these segments, even our own segments, the Gen Y, to reach out to them, to speak to them, to get them involved or engaged, it is not the way we used to do it so many years ago, the way the generation above us told us. We consume a little bit of social media, do all that, fine, but we are still okay with the old thing. But now there's a newer thinking. It's not that everything that we've done so far is going to be left behind or we're going to forget about it. No, it's a new way of doing it, a more involved way of doing it. And definitely the younger generations, whether it's cosmetically or whether it's ingrained into them, they are more socially aware. They want to be more socially responsible. And they want to really make an impact. So they will not be the type who want to just sign a check and give a donation. They want to take part. Now, the boy who runs our Meals and on Wheels program has a very demanding job. No domestics at home, 2 children, but he somehow makes the effort to organize the service projects and be there because that is what he enjoys. Whereas the generation above us would have been quite happy to have written a check, which we used to do very often, and given it. There is nothing wrong in that, but so for us, I believe, and it is something I discussed with Second Vice District Governor also, the way we go about inviting people, and then once they come into our club, how we engage them and how they stay on really depends on whether we make them understand the use or the worth of being a lion. Now, I am a lion because I enjoy it. Good, bad, and ugly, I enjoy it. All, like, most of us who made an effort to come here today, we enjoy it to a certain extent. And there's something in it, like, certain projects, for me, certain projects are more closer to my heart than others. But, and it's always a what's in it for me. So a what's in it for me would always be, am I able to do things that make me feel good? So what I want to really bring up today here is, while we look at definitely new members, new clubs, I think it's very important, and I have always found it very important, and that is something I did very passionately when I was president within in my own club, and we continue to do it as much as we can, is to engage the members. So we have, and of course, we have a 2-generation thing. So our board meetings can be a bit crazy because sometimes it's a bit difficult for them to understand what we're trying to say, but still, everybody's not on WhatsApp. So we send a newsletter in print to the older members, 6 or 7 of them. They still want to go and do their, have the day out in, like, sponsor a meal, that is done. The same way, we'll look at some other programs also. So the more we understand about the target market available to us and the characteristics rather of that market, because I was thinking about it quite recently, like a bit deeply, we need to really understand, even if you take environmental projects, if you look at what Lion Keith explained to us, if you have a younger member and you put that type a person in charge of, like, doing something into something like that, the interest rate just goes up. So, and if we engage our members more, membership development becomes so much easier because they will be willing to go out and invite others to join. If half of our members invite one person to join during the year, we don't need to do anything else. And I personally believe that we should not need to undervalue or discount the effort we need to put in to be a lion, in terms of, we will say, you only need to do this, or you only need to do that, or try and do this. No, you become a member. These are what it is. We have projects, you come for the projects. We have the meetings, you come for the meetings. There will be times when you can't come, that is perfectly fine. But there are certain involvements and commitments of being. So if you can't come, if you can't contribute in one way, you contribute with another. Because I was recently at a Rotary meeting. One of my best friends is the president of a Rotary Club. And they have very different, they used to meet once a week. Now they meet twice a month. And they were preparing for what they call a cluster meeting. So that is their version of the zone meeting. And they were preparing for the DG's meeting. I said, what is the DG's meeting? No, that is when the DG visits our club. I'm like, how long is the meeting? 2 hours. I said, 2 hours? The district governor's visit is 2 hours, where they had to show all the reporting, all their records, all the audited accounts, everything. Because they are, I think, far more process driven than we are, because they look at networking, business networking first. And then service is also there, but business networking first, but they're very process oriented. And then it's a given that they have to attend the meeting, have to do this, have to do that. So I'm not saying that we need to have 2-hour meetings. I'm totally not saying that. But what I'm saying is, when they join, they know these are things that are there. And everybody has issues. Like, there are those who come, those who don't come, those who join, those who leave. Everybody goes through that. But they will always maintain saying, this is what it is when you come to our club. This is what it is when you come to our movement. I think sometimes because we have taken it for granted, because we have been around for a while, that, you know, this is what it is, that we forget the value of, you know, of what we do, each of us here. I mean, the projects that your club has done, and I definitely under your Alliance President's membership, there has leadership rather, there is a lot of projects are doing, but it's not a single effort, it's everybody doing it. And our road or our path, it's not a, you know, I always say a club or a district, it's not a sprint where you start and stop and start and stop. It's a relay where you give the baton over, you give the baton over, you give the baton over. So the success of this year will help the success of next year. The success of next year will help the success of the following year. I mean, we have cycles of going up and down. I mean, my club went through the same thing, my Leo club, my Lions club, districts go through the same thing, but we try our best to do that. So my message to you is a few messages actually. When we are looking at our membership, let's look at different age groups that we invite to our club, because if suddenly everybody reaches the age of 65 together and decides to leave, there's nobody in the club. But you have like a good mix, then there are those who can come in and go forward. Let's look at people who bring in new thinking and support, because this club is definitely a club that will support new thinking, because it's a very progressive club. There are some clubs which may not be the same, right? And also, I think as Lions, and I actually now have stopped doing that. I used to also say no, like I have invited a few people to join, and I say, okay, this is what it is. And, you know, we meet at least twice a month if you're on the board, otherwise it's once a month, but the projects are there, and how you run it is up to the club to join and things like that. But never to undervalue it. Like I would not be a Lion if I don't find it valuable. So, and I think it is wrong of me to undervalue it when I invite someone else to join. So as long as we see a value in it and we communicate that out, then those who value our word about it will only join us. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Membership is very important, all our members, and it is going to be a tough task to activate quite a few of them because of what has been going on, but we can no longer have the pandemic as an excuse, because this is what we're going to live with for this, God only knows how long. And we have to evolve. Others will be like dinosaurs and we all die once a meteorite hits us. So membership is important. And my personal belief is once we get our members a bit more engaged, active, and proud, truly proud to be a Lion, membership development will not be a problem because they will go out and invite. And we had a Lion called Mansoor Gauss, past district governor Mansoor Gauss, in our club, and he had only one guideline. He said, if you invite a member to your club, only if you are willing to invite that member to your home for a meal. That should be a base criteria, regardless of education, position, title, anything. And that is what we try to follow. So thank you very much for inviting me today. It's been a pleasure. And I hope that what I spoke today would be of use. And I know all of us here are very proud Lions, so let's keep that pride going strong. Thank you.
Vice Governor, Lion Shana, and you have enlightened us with the importance of having the members, and so we will take it as a lesson, and we will make corrective action. Thank you. And now it's vote of thanks by Chandra.
Bindu is like all over my screen. I suddenly see him on this side, then he's on this side, then he's on this side.
Yeah,
Now he's
yeah.
on two screens.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So anyway, thank you very much, President. Uh, we are sometimes facing small technical difficulties. So thank you very much, President, for inviting me to do this very pleasant task of proposing the vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank our first Vice District Governor, Lanshana Jalat, our very good friend, for accepting our invitation and being present tonight for this meeting, and also enlightening us with a wonderful, I would say, strategy, and also in a very technical manner, very professionally, and it really enlightened us. And we also, I personally gained a lot of knowledge. Thank you very much for that excellent, inspiring eye-opener. So, and also thank you very much for being with us. And she joined very early, but we didn't take her in because most of our members were not there. So thank you, Lan Shiana, for joining with us. And also Lan Kirti, thank you very much, Second Vice District Governor, for accepting our invitation tonight and being with us. And also, as when we wanted link, the Zoom link, I mean, he just said, yes, of course, I can give it, and he was ready. So thank you very much. We always appreciate your support at all times. So both of you all, whenever we want any help, you all always extend your help, and you all have always, in many ways, personally also, I have always spoken to you when I need some support, help. So you have always given, and also as a club, we have got benefited with your support, and we hope to get that support in the future, and also to give our support to both of you all also. So, and also I would like to thank, if I forget, that would be a disaster. So Lan Vasanti, thank you very much for being with us. I saw she was also being with us. So Lan Vasanti is a very friendly Lan. So thank you very much, Lan Vasanti, as well. So also I would like to thank our president very specially, because as you all see, we have really progressed. Our club has progressed a lot during this year, because last year we were actually just trying to get the club together, but this year we have really I think taken the next step with a lot of collaborations coming in. World Vision Lanka has signed up MOU with us for 2 years to work, and we are doing brilliant. I mean, we are doing massive projects. We are not doing small projects now, we are doing massive projects. And also I should mention all our members. We are like a team, right? So as First Vice District Governor mentioned, we have a good age mix, I should say. And also all our members, senior members like Krishan, Lion Sudanta, are always with us. Now, even today, a few of us are in one room. After this meeting, we'll have a small discussion about several other things, and have a small fellowship also, because traditions are important. So I'm not going to make a speech, but I want to thank our president for bringing the club together, and also I would say getting a lot of innovation. So we have really got into the next level in Lionism in our club. So we are really proud and glad that we are doing it. So thank you very much, all the members who have joined with us. So I think we are, as a very good team, we are going forward, and we are also getting new members. And I think we have already got a virtual member from Australia, and we might get few more. So thank you very much, everyone. And let me also thank the hotel we are in. This is Court Valley. We are in our club. This is like our clubhouse in Port Valley. So we have a special room. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Lan Chandima Deva, for that inspiring vote of thanks. Thank you. You have always been inspiring words, and so that has it's very good. And so I always take your advice most of the time. Thank you, Lan Chandima Deva. And it is time to terminate the meeting. So I thank all the participants and especially the chief guests. Both of you have been given, a lot of advice, and your presence here has been given us tremendous positive ideas for us. So in the future, we are hoping to make our memberships very to the at least minimum level. So we are in the process of doing it. And thank you very much. Thanks. Okay. So I terminate the.
මේ entrance fees මේ waive off කරලා තියෙනවා June වෙනකන්.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Entrance fees charter fees අයින් කළානේ. So
Charter fees also, yes.
yeah, we are very glad we can still go on.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot. Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
you.
I'm
Yeah, thank
really
you.
listening about the projects you are doing, and that collaboration, that's the way to go, because we can extend ourselves so much more when we collaborate with others. So
Of
yeah,
course.
with outside organizations and the club. So good.
That was really I mean
Very good.
Ranjit just it was a while proposal of Ranjit which we got into a collaboration, no? I mean without any
We don't ask, no, අපි පටන් ගන්නට තිස්සේ හිතන්නේ බෑ කියලානේ. My thing is now must try and see, because
Exactly.
people are waiting to work with someone they can trust. Now, why would people give us millions of money because they know we will do the project? No?
True.
Now, so that's why I say we sometimes undervalue ourselves.
True.
I think we just have to stop doing that. Like, we think that everybody else can do bigger, or Rotary does bigger, or like, it's just that they might do 5% of the project and write about it in the entire newspaper. But still, that is their skill. But I think, at the end of the day, if you look most how much we do.
With World Vision, now we are going for our next project. We are going to do a virtual fundraiser, right?
Nice.
In the sense, it will be going worldwide. World Vision has an app where they can donate through the app, right?
Yeah, this is like a GoFund.
Yeah, and so and
Yeah,
also
GoFund.
now in Australia, World Vision is a charitable organization where they have tax concessions.
Tax fees.
Waivers and concession, whatever thing. So now we are targeting for our next project to do once the project is laid out, we'll raise funds through that app.
You can do a legacy project, Bindu.
Exactly.
You can raise funds and do a legacy project, because I was thinking
definitely
you
now
have your area, you can really make make it in that full scope.
Actually, our area is not what they want. There are few areas they also have. Now Nelua is one area. So because they are working, like they have several areas. So what we said was, okay, that's fine. We'll work in their areas. Yeah.
And Nelua is really underdeveloped area.
Underdevelopment.
True.
Lot of issues there. Of course, I also told yesterday, when I was talking to I have a guy, who have been, from there, and he had become a big man. I told Hiroshi yesterday, you can get his support because he's very popular man there.
Oh, super.
And he had done quite a lot of projects. He's the guy, who's bringing a lot of people for cataract operations and all that under his expense,
Excellent.
Yeah, you know, in our club, we have a member called Suranjani Vikramaratne. She had started her own foundation called the Tarana Foundation, and they work a lot with education for rural schools, rural school children. So it can be from books to building toilets to, and she has coordinators in different areas. They actually ran a virtual fundraising concert where a lot of Sri Lankan artists performed free because they were raising so many millions for Lady Ridgeway to build some heart ward or something like that. So people like that, even if you want to get some information or how do you do it kind of thing, we can reach out. And she said they are also on a global thing. I can't remember that name. I can ask her and give it to you, where people will fund. You put your projects up and people fund.
Yeah.
So that type of thing is there. Right?
So the positive thing we have is now this Hiroshi's friend who's funding us right now. She has so many friends who can donate.
Yeah.
But if they can, the Alliance doesn't have that tax katawa.
Yeah,
But World Vision has. So
Yes.
when we go through World Vision, the funds will be coming to us anyway. So we can do the project. So those are the plans. So these with World Vision, when I mean Ranjit's.
Yeah, the trust building is very important. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Anyway, all the best.
Okay.
I will leave you to your
All the best,
fellowship.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank
Must be
you.
busy, you know, now for Sunday.
Bye.
Good
Yeah.
night. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye, good night.
Bye.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Then I will end the meeting.